Okay. Okay. Well, I screwed up. I went live without the transition. Well, I know. I'm putting the countdown. I'm live on you. Hey, how's it going? I'm your host Oraldo from It's Tejano Time with our fill-in for
My,
Nemo.
I'm a fill-in.
What do I call
I'm
my
a
guest host?
substitute.
My guest host. There we go.
I'm a substitute. Come on, man. That's not cool.
Well, introduce yourself to everybody.
I am DJ NDO from Cuval Radio.
Here on Tejano Talk. So
Here
that's
on
how
what time is it? It's Tejano
it's
time.
always Tejano time.
It's
Okay.
always Tejano time.
Well,
So
if people out there, I guess if you hadn't noticed that Nemo's not here. I don't know if we said that last week that he was going to be on vacation this week. I don't know, but I'm glad we got Lawrence here, DJ Indio,
thank
and
you, sir.
thank you for filling in and being the. I said it again, didn't I? The filling in. Thank you for being our guest host for today, like that. So, what you been up to?
About 5'5", and
Oh, wait. Okay, hold on a second.
hey,
I
big shout
wasn't
out to
ready for
Sam.
this. What was that? Wait, what was that? Can Can you hear this?
Ah, look at you.
Yeah, we got
Ah,
those sound effects.
you
But
got the
I was trying to find that wah wah. Is there? I guess we don't have that one. Okay. Oh, well. I got the applause. And then, oh, here it is. Here's. This is what I was looking for right here.
nice, super nice.
Oops.
I'm
There it
I'm
goes.
elevated. I'm elevated to sound effects. I feel so.
We have sound effects now.
I'll
That's a
be honest
new
with you though. Let me say this. Last time y'all guys treated me so
effects now.
okay.
Wait, what
First
was
of all,
that?
it's me here. The
Oh,
thing is,
you got the
yeah,
show in the background. Okay.
I have it over here, and I have to fix it. Hold on. Okay. Hey, big shout out to Rick Valderrama who's joining us tonight. That's pretty cool. Uh,
Okay. Oh,
on,
wait, you got him on Facebook?
yeah, you're on my Facebook Live. I told you it would work.
Yeah,
So
but he doesn't show up on my screen, on my live chat. See,
I
that's
don't.
why I think last time we tried this, he didn't show. Your live chat on Facebook didn't show up on my feed.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I thought it was supposed to. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, that's one of the things I have to figure out one of these days when we get our Facebook channel.
Mr. 933 things that you have to fix.
That's true. Now, when you broadcast your show, does it do you get the YouTube and the Facebook in your live chat on this
I do
platform?
YouTube at Facebook, all of them except for Twitch. Twitch doesn't come through,
Okay,
but
but you don't have to do them separately,
no, they
right?
all come through. Like right now, Norma Salazar just joined us. Hey, Norma, how are you doing, girlfriend? Thank you for
Hey,
being here.
thank you. So, do you see Sam in your chat?
I do not, but I do see
Oh,
Sam
that's
in front of me. Yeah, so because Sam is with you. Hey,
right.
Sam.
But I thought I could see your chat on my.
It's no, it's the way we set it up. It's not.
Oh,
He'll.
okay. So
That's why.
if it was my personal Facebook, then I could see both of them.
Right.
Ah, see, I didn't know. That's what I was
You
wondering.
should get on Facebook,
But
brother. Get on
well,
Facebook.
since we talked about Sam, our number one fan here. Is a good evening. How's everyone? We're good. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, thank you for asking, Sam. We're doing real good.
Yes. And
So I got a question for you, bro. Why is
okay.
my logo so small?
Why is your what?
My
Your
logo.
logo? Because it's my show. Your show can't be bigger than my logo. But either way, you did both these logos, so you should be proud of yourself.
You're right.
Okay.
It's no, it's
Wait,
just cool. I was like,
wait. I can. Let's see. I can. Let me on the fly here. How's this?
no, you're fine. You're
There
fine.
you go.
Oh, look at you.
Does
Oh
that
my
work?
God. That is
On the fly.
on the fly and it's absurdly loud and obnoxious and everything.
Okay. So you like it better this other way?
Yeah, I liked it
You
better
know,
the other way.
I.
Hey, by the way, real quick, Rick
What's that?
Valderrama, I was talking to him not too long ago. I think it was this past Saturday. We had a great reaction. And have you heard his new song? It is
No. I've been
he
kind of busy this
everything. Yeah,
past
I know.
couple of weeks.
You
Yeah.
were on your
You know why?
yeah, you were gone on your little thing
Yeah.
on your
Oh,
trip.
oh
Yeah,
well. Plus, I have finals. This week is finals. Last week I had a review, catch up on all my paperwork at the
yeah.
college and stuff. So next week I go on. I'm off for a month.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Well, tech. I won't have to report to campus. I will be teaching a college algebra online to make a little extra money to pay for all the new toys I might get. Well, actually, it's just for my daughter. So and my relatives.
Right.
Ha- Have you gone any? Have you gone Christmas shopping yet?
I have just my granddaughter of concern.
Okay.
I get stuff along the way, I'll see something and I'm like, oh, hey, I want to get that, or this reminds me of that and this and that. And then I do a lot of, I'm an artist. And so I paint, and do some
Oh
other
wow.
stuff. And so, I've got, I've got some things lined up that I want to go ahead and, finish up and get them done. And it's kind of hard because my granddaughter comes over so much now, and she just takes all of my attention, and I just love it.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, oh no, it's a very good thing. It's just that when you're in the groove, you're in the groove, and then she I give her my attention freely, and it's not that she demands anything, but
Right.
then I forget what I was doing. I'm just so busy playing with her. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
did you do this?
Yeah. I enjoy the little hugs and kisses I get from my
Yeah, you
daughter.
got to, man. They grow up so fast, and
I do.
I
I,
put I shared this picture with my kids where it was like it's Danny Trejo where he's dressed as Santa Claus and he's reading a Christmas story and all these kids are around him and everything else, and it's like this is grandpa with the grandkids and teaching the grandkids, and then it's another one where he's in that movie Machete, he's like all bloody
uh-oh.
picking up the machetes, he's like this is grandpa teaching his kids
Yeah.
because you're hard on your kids, but really lovely on your grandkids.
This,
But
I think I might have said, unfortunately, Shelly, well, not unfortunately, Shelly's not going to be at New West this week. She's going to be next week at
yeah.
New West.
Hmm.
And I'm not going to be there, but that's my Salcedo Christmas. And so I had to tell my brothers, her tios and tias, her cousins and stuff like that. So we give Olivia like a Target toy catalog and a Walmart, ta- and we say, okay, circle 10 to 15 things in each one of those, and then I'll take a picture and blast it to her tios, like that. And so that's what I did last week. Oh, well, I did that this past weekend, and so she gets because she has Christmas and her birthday because she was born on the 30th of December, so it's five
Oh,
days
okay.
later.
Yeah.
So I didn't want her to be one of those kids that got the 2 for 1 type thing. I said no, 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 because both my brother and my sister both have 2 kids each, and I've had to pay for both of them each time, and so
Oh,
I
so
have one. So you make
yeah.
sure you give me the 2 gifts.
Oh
Yeah,
God. Well, you're
like
giving
that.
her the two gifts, right? So
Yes, yes, that's what I meant. But their gifts, I still give them gifts. They're both
uh-huh.
in. They're all 4 of them are in college,
Oh wow.
and uh, and now one of my nieces got married, so he's coming. So and he's still in school. They're both in grad school, and so he gets I give each one because kids in college they want cash. Cash is easy, so I just give them. So we give them. I give them $50 each. I used,
If they ever tell me just give me cash, I'll give them socks.
yeah.
That's it.
Oh, I give all the girls socks. I give them Christmas socks. That's my thing. I give them all Christmas socks, and
That's
so they.
that was our family tradition for forever and a day when we had gotten when I turned 18, my mom, she would always just give me I don't know what to get you. You're old enough to get what you want. So she just got me some socks, and so it was like every year for like 20 years in a row that was all she gave me was socks. And
Yeah.
so, it was kind of funny, to see that.
Yeah, we for like my wife and I, we can buy whatever we want pretty much. So what we usually do every Christmas is we buy each other pajamas like that. So that's what we exchange. If she wanted a toy or a gift like that,
Hmm.
she could buy it herself. So at any time of the year, so I just tell her, let's just get pajamas or something like that. And so that's
So
our
you do
thing
that.
during Christmas.
That's with your wife.
Yeah, with my wife. And so that's so that way we don't have to worry about finding gifts because I'm kind of hard to buy for, and women are always hard to buy for.
No
But
such Not true.
huh,
Not
it's
true.
not. So
Mm.
why you probably can't tell me what you're gonna get, Gracie,
Oh,
your
of course
wife.
not. But
Yeah,
I know her well enough to know, yeah, she would really like this.
yeah,
And so,
really.
like, you know, but then, it's different. We have different senses of family and stuff because of our culture, how we were, how we live.
Hmm.
I was actually telling a friend, oh, well, not a friend. She's actually my therapist, my physical therapist. And last night I made chicken pozole. And
Ooh,
she was like,
that
she's
would
like,
be my gift if I was married to you. Is to just feed me.
well, and she's like, I can't believe that you make it and you can't eat it. And I was like, I can't. I just go by a sense of smell.
Okay.
And I had it for her and everything else. And she was like, are you sure? And I had to remind her for Native Americans, whenever we give something, it's always the best that we have. That's why,
Yeah.
it's like in movies, sometimes they show where, oh, the stranger, he's with the natives and he has to eat worms or whatever and whatnot. And they make a big. It's supposed to be a comical situation, but in real life, if a native offers you something, it's going to be the best that they have. And so
You
if
know
you
what?
if you
I
refuse it,
noticed.
it's gonna be an insult.
Yeah, you know what? In the movies, how they portray Indians and stuff. I always notice if the white man gave a gift to the Indian would give like a piece of their jewelry, like necklace or a wrap or their knife or a horse, like that. And it's always like, yeah, but the white man never gave him anything of worth, like that. But yeah, it doesn't go back and forth. But yeah, I get. Maybe they got that right in the movies. I don't know.
Well, I mean, and, that's a different sensibility in it, because what were they trying to say? If I saw that, and I'd be like, well, he's traditional.
Yeah,
That's good. That's a good thing on us. But if you look at the alternative, they probably saying, well, he's a stupid Indian. He just gave his horse away and he has
his
to walk.
best thing away. Yeah, you got to hold back.
Yeah, it's always, what was the intention, and how people
Right.
perceive it. It's much like when somebody takes offense, you can say something that is just completely irrelevant to what, to that person. But if they take offense, that's what that means. They
Yeah.
took offense to what you said, regardless of what your intent was,
Yeah.
So you, I've learned to be very sensitive to other people's train of thought. That's
Yeah.
what I've learned, you know.
Yeah.
So
But I'm hard to get. I mean, I don't like people buying me clothes because I always wear black. I don't know if you notice, everybody out there, I always wear black.
yeah.
And and the other stuff is I want electronic stuff, toys like you've got, but I don't want I don't want my wife to pick them out. I said,
Yeah,
let me pick it out. I want to do this.
yeah, that's
Like that.
not it. You know what? I
Yeah.
will tell you this, since we're talking about Christmas and everything else, there's some really good Christmas stuff that's going on right now.
Okay.
Rubiette is having her Christmas benefit, and what she does is she's raising money. The foster children, what a lot of people don't understand is there's a lot of foster children in the system, but they are
Okay.
never situated in their home cities because it's so hard to find people. And
Hmm.
so like in Brownsville where she's at, it's like 200 kids that are not in Brownsville. They've been taken out of their home first of all, and then on
Hmm.
top of that they're taken out of the school systems where they were at, taken away from their friends, and put in these different foster homes and everything else. And when you look at those kids, they're not kids, they're older kids. They're 10, 12, 13. Everybody's like,
Right.
oh, toys for tots. And they'll go out and get like a stuffed animal and everything else. But what
Right.
about the 12-year-old? What you already said that, the kids, they want money and stuff like that. But I
Right.
mean, nobody buys the other stuff. And so that's why it's very important that we sit there and help these of it. And then plus also, hold on, I'm sorry. I know you want to say something, but let me finish this thought. She
Go ahead.
also is raising money for the dog kennel
The
because
dog
it's
kennel.
yeah, because it's a no-kill
Okay.
shelter. So they buy
Uh-huh.
bedding and also dog food for the
Hmm.
animal shelter, and finally for the nursing homes, because a lot of unfortunately, a lot of people that are in nursing homes, assisted living, they don't have people that come to visit them or buy them gifts. And really, it's more of the
Yeah.
camaraderie or the attention that they get. But socks is another thing that they ask for, and blankets and stuff like that, which is a really good thing. I know Bumper had something there that was a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
It was live, and that was
yeah.
pretty cool.
Uh,
Um,
Speaking of Bumper,
mhm.
he said, "Good evening, homies. Hey, Bumper. Nice to see you
Hey,
here." Yeah.
awesome. Gracie just chimed in. So, what am I getting?
Something very special, I'm sure.
Very special, bigs and hugs. That's about
Yes,
it. No,
definitely.
but no, like he was raising money, and everything else. There used to be a guy here in San Angelo. He's long since passed, but he was like the one who started a great program that they're trying to revive here in San Angelo, and it was called Christmas in the Barrio. And what
Hmm.
he would do is he would accept used bikes and he would fix them
Oh,
all
wow.
year round. He would fix them, and then on Christmas, on Christmas in the Barrio, he would
He
give
give
them
them out.
he would give them away. And isn't that
Oh,
great?
wow.
And he was just
That's
this
a
guy
cool
who was
idea.
yeah, and it was really really awesome. But it's a time of cheer. It's a time where we should all get together and be happy. And I'm part of those programs that I me. I love helping people out and stuff like that. And,
Yes.
that's one of the things that I was really, really, really proud to be part of. Is in trying to drum up some publicity for some of that stuff. I wasn't able to attend, but I was so glad that I was still at. And Ruby Ann, actually, she's still going to be collecting up until the 20th, and they're going to deliver on the 22nd. They're like, "Can you come on the 22nd?" And I was like, "I think that's like a Tuesday or a Thursday." I was like, "I can't do it. I would love to, but man, from where I live, it's
That's a
far.
far drive. You
It's
said
far.
Brownsville, right?
Yes, it's like
That
down.
is far.
You can't go any more south. You'll be in the water.
Yes.
It's
You'll
just
be in Mexico.
yeah. It's
Yes.
it's too much.
Yeah.
And so
Um,
that's when. Oh, and hey, there it is. There's my friend Amy. She just is watching us, and she's the recipient of the pozol that I told you. That was pretty cool.
yeah.
And
Well,
I'm
I
serious.
hope she enjoys it. Oh, I know she's gonna enjoy it.
Oh well, I
I'm
don't
sure it
know
tastes
that.
good.
See, once again, I told you I make it, but I can't taste it. So it's one of those things.
Yeah.
So
But you could
I,
smell.
I yeah, I know. I use my sense of smell, and that's what I go by. But I think the one thing that I had to learn was salt, because you can't
Salt.
smell salt. Yeah, you can't smell salt.
That's okay because you could always add salt. It's
Yeah.
better not to have enough.
Hmm.
Then you just add it. I learned that a long time ago because I used to eat salty food all the time, and then my wife was telling me, "No, no, no, don't do that." And so now I don't eat as much salt, even though I love the taste of salt. Salt enhances all types of foods, even chocolate, right? Cakes.
Hmm. Yeah. Cakes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
uh, I I had given her a rum pumpkin pie that I made for Thanksgiving.
mm,
I made rum pumpkin pie and bourbon pecan pie.
could you eat any of that?
Well, yes, I can. I
Okay.
mean, I did.
Now, why?
Manuel Castillo, how you doing, Manuel?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, well, so okay, I kind of missed out on why you can't eat the pozole. Is that
Oh, it's got chili peppers in it. I'm allergic to the
oh,
capsaicin
peppers?
chili. Yeah, and
Pozole
pepper.
has peppers?
Yeah.
You mean like
Well,
corn peppers?
I make it. No, I make it with pasilla and ancho and chile del árbol.
Oh,
So
okay. The pozole I have is not that spicy. I mean, it's not spicy. You make it
it's
special
not
then.
it's not spicy. It's just that it has those flavors. Like I make an infused oil out of with jalapeno. So
Ooh,
it has the flavor of jalapeno, but it doesn't have the bite. And so
yeah.
you like if you like jalapenos, but you don't want to go through the heartburn, you can use it to cook your eggs, and it gives it a hint of jalapeno flavor.
I,
But
I, I,
there's no
I,
spiciness.
I think I saw a bumper show that said something about him making pozole or menudo or something. I think it's one of his
Oh,
specialties. I think I'm not
hey,
sure.
Papa, if you're still watching, let's have a showdown, bro. Yours against
Oh,
mine, and we're gonna do it
yes,
for like a benefit. That would be really cool, to raise some money for a good
yes.
cause,
Now,
and I would love to do that.
so I think you said that you were going to go to San Antonio Fan Fair, right? And
Yes.
so hopefully we a bumper and all of us can get together and stuff like that. Ah, here's a bumper just called out
Oh,
and said he he makes menudo. Yeah, I thought
oh,
I remember saying that. So, do you
I
make?
do. Yes, I do. But here's the funny thing: when I make it, because of the fact that it doesn't work with me. It doesn't. So
It doesn't.
I'll start the whole getting the tripe ready and everything else. But I have to leave the house and come back in time once my timer goes off. Come back, and and I'll work it. I'll make it,
Yeah,
and I've not had any complaints as of yet. But
yeah.
once again, that one's hard for me because I go by a sense of smell, and it's a smell that I just don't want to
Well,
have.
yes. I remember when you was it you cook chilies, with the just a
Right.
hot pan. It just smokes up the house, and it kind of hurts your eyes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Mhm.
yeah, so
Well,
yeah, but
it's usually with onions with me. It depends on how I cook the onions, and it's like, oh, you know.
I love onions. I It's worth the cry for me. I love it. The
Marina,
trick
how are you doing?
the
Marina,
trick
Borrell.
is chop them real fast, so you don't have to worry about crying.
Well,
But
no, I
oh
mean, actually, the trick is a knife. It's the sharper
yes,
your knife.
a
Yeah.
dull knife is dangerous. Yeah, but
Right.
hey, Sam says he's going to be at fanfare. Hopefully,
Awesome,
we'll see you
Sam.
there, Sam.
Yeah, we need to get
But
together. We need to do this so that way. I know Vic G put he last year he put together a media gala, and where he invited a lot of people from the media to come on out, and then he invited artists to come through, and it was an easy way for artists to sit there and be able to hit multiple people like in the media like us, to
okay,
get it
I
out there, and
think
I really like
I
that.
think what you told me that last week, I think, and I think Bumper also told me about that when I saw him. But for some reason, I think Thursday. I think it was on a Thursday, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I'd already made plans to go shoot some footage of fanfare during that time. Okay.
Miguel is watching. Hey, Miguel Hernandez. He's got a great album out, dude. And I
Oh
love it
wow.
because he's a musician's musician. I mean, talent. Uber's a talent. Great guy. He does a lot, and it's really good. I think they're accepting nominations for the Guadalupe Awards, and those are, you know, we
Okay.
need to start. We need to start, putting people in there and nominating them and stuff like that. And I know Miguel deserves, well, all artists that have been doing a lot of hard work. Even, you know what, they should be doing stuff for like people like you and Bumper who are having people on and spreading the word. I think that would be
And you, of
Tejano
course, you.
Mundial, that's right, Miguel. What did I say?
Yes.
I said Tejano Mundial. No, I'm just some guy from Vancourt, Texas, dude. I'm nobody special, man.
No, you've been in this. Oh, wait a second. Bumper said something about this. Let's
Uh,
see.
yeah.
It said, "What do y'all takes on the all the different award shows?" Is the Tejano question of the day? Is that
Yeah, what's y'all's take on all the
I
different
guess we could say that could be the a question of the day. Like, what do you talk about? Like Mundial
yeah, the
ones? I
Tejano
think that's
Mundial. Yeah, the Tejano Mundial Awards are coming up here pretty soon, and they're put on by the 360 Network,
Right. I
which is
think he said. I think
yeah,
I mentioned it last week or something.
yeah, and that's way cool that they're helping spread Tejano music out there. I know they just had the Guadalupe Awards not too long ago,
See,
and
I never heard of that before.
yeah, and at the Hana
Is it?
Music Awards right around Thanksgiving. But the thing for me with the Hana Awards, with all awards, and that's one of
Mhm.
the reasons that I don't have a real countdown, is first of all to have an to have a countdown with integrity takes a lot of work,
Like
and
the
with all the
like the
yeah,
top 100? Is that what
well,
you're saying?
like a top 50, it takes
Okay.
a lot of work because you have to. For me, I would want to have the time to devote to it to make it as honest and as unbiased as possible. So I don't necessarily I can tell you which ones are being listened to or what times and stuff like that. But it's just a lot of work, and I haven't set up a voting system as of yet, which is kind of one of those things. But as far as the all the Tejano Music Awards, I think the one question that was often out there was it's the integrity of the show in itself. I have real high hopes for this Tejano Mundial because of the
Yeah.
fact that they are they're open for nominations right now. People are able to go ahead and put their nominations, which is wonderful. There's a lot of great artists out there that deserve the respect and the recognition for all the hard work that they've done. I did an interview with Joey Sosa, who is a drummer
Okay.
for he's actually the drummer for Arte Girina, and the man's been on over 400 albums, over
Wow.
400 albums. If you've heard Tejano music within the last 10 years,
He's
I
probably been on
guarantee
it.
you, you've heard him on it. The only person in Tejano music that's had more appearances on different people's albums would probably be Chente Barrera. And because Chente is
Wow.
just amazing. The guy's talent, Uber's a talent, you know. But they it's the integrity. How I didn't get a chance to go to the Guadalupe Awards. I did ask to be there, and they opened the door for me, but scheduling and everything else, and it was real hard. Because I'm in San Angelo, I'm not in San Antonio, so I
Right.
have a different perspective as far as how other people are. But for the artist, I believe that artists are.
Are needing of the recognition.
Did I say Joey Salsa? You're right, Steven Cerda. I'm sorry, Steven. I meant Joey Sanchez. That's right, Joey Sanchez. I'm sorry. Sorry,
Okay.
Joey. And then, I talked to him not too long ago because he came here to San Angelo. I apologize. Esteban is a Chapo, who's the accordionist for Angelique, and there's another band, Angelique from Sweetwater, man. They're lovely,
Yeah.
and, Bumper, I think he's helping out Grupo Asalto. Dude,
Yeah.
if you haven't heard, Asalto is like freaking, it's awesome.
Yeah. They're doing real well.
Yeah,
I
they
think.
are. They I've heard them, and I asked them to be part of a thing here in San Angelo, and he was respectful because he couldn't make it. But
Hmm.
man, just the music in itself, and you know, uh, they played here in Odessa. I mean, in Midland at the destination, and it was just. I just really appreciate the fact that they going out there and doing their thing, playing their wares, and you'll hear it on my show all the time. If you have a favorite Tejano artist, do go to their shows and
Buy their
buy.
merch.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay if you stream your music. Great, stream your music, but buy the music. It's 99 cents. It's less than a cup of coffee, and you don't have to hold on. You don't have to pick up your phone and scroll for 30 minutes looking for it where it's on your Spotify deal. If it's on your phone, if you pay for it, it's on your phone, and that's it. You just pull it, and that's it.
Hmm.
But go to their shows, man. They have a lot of wonderful shows. I know Bumper's show that he had, like I told you, that benefit that he had a
Yeah.
ton of great artists that were there. They were all donating their time, and
Hmm.
Bumper was doing like a live thing and, and interviewing people. I I I I, I totally fell for the Ryan Basan thing, the joke that he had out there. Hey,
I didn't
if
see
you,
that part.
if you haven't seen it, I don't know if he's got it on the on for you to rewatch, but I watched it live. I was supporting it. I thought it was super
I,
hilarious.
I think I did watch a little bit, but unfortunately, that's my daughter's bedtime, and I gotta sing her a lullaby, or she'll get on me or stuff like that. Because
Yeah,
his show is like what 2 3 hours sometimes. I just can't spend that much
yeah,
time.
and it's cool. I mean, I'm happy for it,
Yeah,
and everything else. But yeah, it's great to see. For me, I think that Tejano, it's a matter of perspective for people. Some people they want to look down on it, and so they say that it's dying. But other people, all I see a new artist. I see it.
yeah.
How can it be dying if I see so many new artists? I get lots of music that are being, sent to me every day. I'm receiving at least 5 6 emails with new music.
You need to send me some of that because some of the people that you mentioned, I don't get an opportunity because I only have the Jalapeno Network with Pancho. It's mostly oldies. I don't hear a lot of new stuff,
You,
and
you know, you,
so I
you
don't
could
get that.
subscribe to my radio station. I'm just,
I could. You know what? I probably should. If you guys had an app, because I like using the apps on
well,
the
my
cell phone.
okay. See, here's the deal. I had some people have asked me, your
Yes.
app. Why don't you have an app? And but I've talked to some other people because remember, I always try to find all the different perspectives, and some of the other
Yeah.
people have said to me, another app. You know,
Yeah.
you already have your phone full of apps. Now you have to download another app. So what I did was I designed my website to be phone friendly. And so even if you're using your app, you're using data. So if you go
Okay.
to the website, then it modulates itself to fit your phone. So that way you can just
Right.
hit play and just be listening to it. And it's just
Yeah.
like
I
there's
think
no
Nemo. I think we talked about this like one of our first few episodes, and Nemo agrees he didn't want another app, but I enjoy using the apps. It's just a lot easier, and plus, the jalapeno one, they show me a picture of the album, so I know
time.
who's singing what. And you do that too?
Of course I do. Yes.
Okay, okay. I don't remember
And I
hearing.
have written my app. I wrote the script for my app, you know.
Yes, you're a
And
very
so
good cutter.
I was just it just didn't I didn't once I was told that I was like, you make very good sense because then they, especially I don't want to tell an artist, oh God, God forbid an artist comes on and I was like, hey, have you checked that out on my app? And they're like, you have an app, you know, or they're like, oh man, they have to put it on right before and then take it off afterwards. What's the point? You know?
Now, now with the people with the apps, do they have the licenses and stuff like that too? You think?
Well, okay, hold on. First of
Because I know
all,
you have licenses.
Sergio Barbosa. Hey, how you doing, brother?
Hey.
Um, I okay.
Oh, wait. We're giving shout out. Let me shout out Bobby.
Oh
Bobby
yeah.
from California. He says, I like to
Um,
give in recognition to the town artists. Yes, we do too.
Thank you, Bobby, man.
Whoops.
You're right
Hi.
on. And shows like yeah, it's great that y'all guys are on here and supporting, us talking about certain things that are prominent in the industry, like the Tejano Music Awards. Like and I've heard there were issues with the Tejano Awards. Some of it was true, some of it wasn't. I know they were truly trying. I feel that they were truly trying to do the best show that they could this year, the Tejano Music
Okay,
Award.
this time? Okay.
This time, I mean, from what I've heard, they had a great venue. It was a big venue, a new venue, and that's
Hmm.
great. It's good to see Tejano because I've gone to Tejano Music Awards where they went to some places that you were like, what happened?
Yeah.
5 years ago I was in the Alamo Dome. Now I'm here. And it's it's
Well,
uh it's I hope it restores itself back to prominence and everything else. Obviously, there's issues. Nobody's happy with the king until they become king, you know.
yeah.
But
I, I, I
they also
enjoyed I
go ahead.
enjoyed going to the Vegas Tejano showcase. That
Mhm.
was nice. The dance and it was huge and everybody's well dressed and there's a big dance floor and it had real good artists. And I think the TMA they didn't have that many categories according to what Nemo was telling me. Like that before, they used to always have a lot more categories,
Yeah.
and so it would last a lot longer. But did they have like a dance at the TMA also?
No,
Like
that
where the
they had some performances there. I
right, but they
honestly,
didn't have a dance floor or anything.
I wasn't aware of anything. I was aware that there were some artists that were going to be performing, but I do know that uh, um, it was kind of slimmed down. They didn't have like a lot of individual stuff, because I do believe that it takes. You know what? Since Bumper was here, and he's doing Asalto. And I don't know if you've ever worked with a band, hand in hand with them, as opposed to just interviewing them,
No,
because I've seen your videos. But let me give you a little
I did
background.
try to help Stephanie. I tried to get her booked in other venues so I could see her more often in DFW.
Yeah.
But other than that, no.
Now, for like, okay, like Ruby Ann, I help Ruby Ann a lot. I call her she's my adopted daughter, and she calls me father. I'll tell you why she calls me father here in a bit. But for her, one of the things is that she's got to write she's somebody's got to write the song.
Uh-huh.
She's got to sing the song. Somebody's got to produce the song. Somebody's got to master the song. Somebody's got to play the instruments on the song, and then somebody has to publicize the song. Somebody
Right.
has to distribute the song. Somebody has to play the song in order for you to fall in love with it.
That's true.
And we're only recognizing one person in that chain.
Yes, you're right.
See, and that's the one thing, that glaring thing, that I was like, well, no, no, no. That's why I like the concept of Mundial Awards, because of the fact that now honestly, I was nominating. I went through the nominating process last year. I'm playing more of a part this year. I know, I believe Bumper, he's going to be hosting it this year, which is way cool,
Oh,
because
the
it's
Mundial
yeah, the
ones?
Mundial, yeah. But
The Tejano 360 one, right?
yeah, and so and Stefan just reminded me. I used to manage those guys, and those guys Conjunto, which was an amazing band. I loved them so much. But yeah, there's a lot of people that go into making a song hit. And so those people deserve recognition, because there's a lot of people working and hard. They're working hard. I did an interview with Jonathan Espinosa, who produced a lot of music. His Espinosa project was the one that helped catapult uh, esta, okay, oh my gosh, I just drew a blank. Carla Cristina, her career, and so there's a lot of people that deserve recognition for what they've done, but
Yeah.
the nominating process needs to have some integrity along with it. It can't just be
Your favorites.
yeah, your favorites of the person that's in charge, their favorites and stuff like that. And Sergio just mentioned Sergio Barbosa. He sent me a deal earlier. It says there were no dance floor back in 2019. They had a dance floor after the award ceremony, and I don't remember that one, but I do remember that I didn't go. I
Uh-huh.
asked for credentials, and I didn't get my credentials. Maybe it was timing, maybe what it was, but I didn't go. I know we talked about the fees. They were
Yeah.
they were incredulous fees. I mean, come on,
I heard
40.
the drinks are also expensive, but
I
that's
don't
a
know about
venue.
the drinks, but they're 43%, on a fee. I was like, what, you
Yeah.
know? I don't mind. If for me, if I were just a, you know, I mean, I am a fan of Tejano music, but if I was just going to be attending as a fan, if it's $150, charge me $150. Don't charge
Yeah.
me $100 and then tell me my convenience fee is $48.
I know. That's marketing. It was bad
Yeah,
marketing the way they
I
did it.
was, I was like, "Oh, here's your ice cream, but the cherry costs $40."
Yeah, no joke. Don't give me the cherry. I'll walk up and buy my
Right, yeah.
ticket or
And I just
something.
stand here in the corner. It was one of those things.
Yeah.
But no, I
Now,
mean, it's great. Go ahead.
okay, you were saying that you recently been talking to certain artists recently. Like I think you said Patsy Torres and
Oh yeah.
Monica Saldivar. You were going to tell me some stuff about that?
Oh yeah, I had been talking to Monica Saldivar actually while we were getting ready, and she wanted to relay a thank you to all the fans that voted for her, for the and her and Shelly and Sonia de la Paz and Demi Garcia, when they had the collaboration awards, they won
Oh,
for
yes.
the award for song collaboration. Nada más de ti, which is a great song, and go ahead.
Whenever you talk to him, don't forget to mention, hey, Buddy would love to have them on the show, too.
Yeah, but I was she only does big shows, bro. No, I'm
Oh,
just
okay. Thank you. You're right. We're
no,
not big yet.
no. I'm just, just
Do
that
me a
was
favor, please. Uh, I
no.
would, we were definitely gonna go and reach out to Monica because she's local here in Grand Prairie, and
She's an
she's a
amazing,
teacher, and I'm a teacher. We should help each other out, right?
dude. She's an amazing
Yes,
talent. She is.
yes,
She is to me. She's just incredible. She's at the her voice right now is at the pinnacle of excellence. It is just
yes.
it's amazing. But I will tell you this: I got a chance to see her at Shelly Lattis's birthday bash
Trader Village.
in San Antonio,
Yeah,
and she was rocking it. It was cold, brother. It was cold, but Angelique, wow, style and class, and she tore it to pieces, man. I mean, she might drop. It
yeah,
was
yeah.
awesome, you know. Everybody performed really well. It's just,
I think they had a similar show here at this Trader Village. I think they all came over for that one too. I didn't get to go to that one either. Where was I? Was I in Toronto that weekend? Was
girl,
that the weekend I went to Toronto?
yeah, you were at your deal, I think. Your what's it
My
called?
math thing?
Yeah, your math convention.
Yeah, I
That's
was
what
in Toronto. Yeah, I would have loved to have gone to that.
you're slacker. Oh, I support it,
Yeah.
but not today.
Well, it's always inconvenient. It's like Shelly. She decided to perform on the 16th, and that's my Salcedo Christmas. And it would be the logistics is way off for me. So yeah, I probably wouldn't be there until the very end or
Yeah.
as late as possible. But yeah. Oh, you know what? We were talking about when we were talking earlier. Well, not today, but was it?
Uh-huh.
I can't remember earlier before the show yesterday or today. I can't remember. There's this. I was talking to a former a friend of mine from back in the day. His name is Ray Valadez, and he's going to be on the show in a future show, maybe next week or the week after. I think we're still working our schedule out, but he's got a he's got a show on Roku, similar. I mean, not similar to yours, but a Roku channel like you have. It's called Valavision TV, and I think I don't think you've heard of it before I mentioned it to you, and
No,
I
I've
didn't
not.
know about it until like a week or two ago. No, earlier this week.
Mhm.
And did you have a chance to look at some of the stuff?
I kind of perused through it just really quickly when we were talking, and this was like a week ago, a couple weeks ago, and I'm being pulled left and right, so I didn't really get to, see
Yeah.
a lot of it, and that's kind of, where I'm at
Yeah.
in my life right now.
So now this is another. So there's a lot of Tejano going on Roku. There's QVO radio. There's Tejano 360. There's Tejano tidbits, and
Mhm.
I think I had mentioned that
Yeah.
in a previous show. And now it's Vala Vision TV, and
Yeah.
they have some original content. And one's a Vicky B show, and they're kind of like short format, like 10, 15 minute clips, I
Yeah.
think. And uh, and I think I met Vicky B like a year ago.
Oh,
At Pancho Pistola had a, Conjunto festival in north side of Fort Worth, and I that's the last time I saw Ray there, Ray Valadez,
oh, okay.
and I think I met Vicky also there. And there's a let's see, I think she also does interviews. I see one with Ruben Ramos, El Gato Negro there, and there's another one. It's Puro Calidad music videos on Izzy, and she does a music video show, sort of like mine, not as good as mine as I think, but she's young. I'm just joking, and I think I think she's had like 8 episodes, and I mean, she's gotten.
Yeah, it's a start, man. I mean, when I
Yeah.
started doing my TV show, I
Oh,
think we
me
had
too.
10 episodes at the very first, and this is back, I mean, like 15 years ago, 16 years ago, we started off with 10 episodes, but we were able to raise enough money. And this is on air, this is terrestrial radio, TV.
Yes.
And so it was
Well,
hard.
mine
Sergio,
was on.
Sergio Barbosa asked, is Buddy here in Dallas?
Yes.
You're in
Is he
Dallas.
from Dallas?
Well, if he said, is he here from Dallas? I'm assuming
Okay.
that's where he's from, you
Well,
know.
I didn't grow up in DFW, but I've lived in DFW since most of since 1990, not 1980. I moved from my dad retired and moved from California to here, and like I think I was a sophomore in high school.
Yes,
Like that, but
yeah,
I'm a
he is.
DFW guy.
Yeah. And
Yes.
and the reason I can't post your comments here, guys, is because of the fact that he's actually streaming his show to my Facebook, not to
Yes.
his Facebook, and that's why. Uh, Sergio says he used to be with Pancho for a bit, and now with Tejano to the Bone. Oh, hey, Tejano
Oh,
to the
okay.
Bone. That's cool. I know a couple of your cohorts there, a couple of female Mari, DJ Mari, and oh my gosh, I forgot her name.
It's
She's always
time.
go ahead.
It's Tejano to the Bone from San Antonio or Dallas or.
No, from Dallas. They're from DFW. Yeah.
Oh wow! I guess
Yeah.
I might need to hook up with them and just have get a lunch or a dinner or something like that and just meet the
Corina.
guys or meet
Yes.
the people.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Thank you. And Sergio just reminded. It's Karina. That's who the other female.
Okay.
They went down to Uvalde at the same time that I did, and so
Okay.
yeah. And Sergio says, yeah, definitely hit him up. Hit him up.
All right. I don't know
Melissa,
how to get a hold of them, but you could always call. Wait a second.
I'll go to
I
Tejano to the bone,
I
bro.
let's see. Oh, since we're saying this, let's subscribe. Oh, did you like that
Woo.
transition there?
Yeah, did you do
Uh,
that?
yes, you like that? And then let's
Let's do,
see.
do another one.
How about contact? Oops, I can't. Whoops. I'm not. I'm gonna just do this real quick for those people, and then whoops. Oh wait, we're good. Oh man, I got. Wait, there you go.
That let me mention this person's name. Her name is Patricia Archuleta Fincher Mancini. That's a awesome name. I love that name. She's come out before on my shows, and I just
Okay.
love that name. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. We're coming back. I really do
Well, thank
appreciate
you.
it. Yeah,
Maybe
she's
some of your subscribers will come to watch me over
Hey,
here
that's
on
fine. That's
YouTube.
fine. She's
Yeah.
also from Fort Worth, by the way. She says live
Oh
from Fort
wow.
Worth. Love from Fort Worth. Thank you so very much, Patricia. And I love your name and never change it. It's awesome. I love it. But no, it's cool that you know that these people are here and supporting Tejano music. And like I said, there now we have all these people on Roku channel that are supporting Tejano music. That tells you that it's
Yes.
dead. I will tell you when it's dead, when it's no longer profitable. When there's no money being made, that's when it's dead. But as long
Well,
as there's money being made, there's money being made. You
I
know what I'm
went
saying?
broke on my show back in the '90s.
Yeah, but
I
that
made
was
a little money, but I had a cable. It was a cable show, but they changed the channels, and I got tired of marketing it. And when they switched channels, I said I got to rebuild my audience. And I said, okay, I can't do that. It
yeah,
took me so long.
that was one of the things that I had an issue with when we rebooted our show, our TV show, terrestrial, East Panorama, and they we picked a Sunday show, and football season started, and they started moving us around,
Yeah.
and I mean we ended up like Sunday night. 10 o'clock in the morning. I mean, 2 o'clock in the morning. And it was like, God, nobody's going to watch that. But the
Okay.
good thing was that because we were in such a bad slot and they had moved us, whenever they needed filler, they would put us in. So it's some like random time. You know how like you get these, these shows that are like, infomercials on
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. They would put our show on that. So I was just like, hey, we get a couple of extra showings.
So were you on cable or were you on that terrestrial radio like
Yeah.
TV antenna type thing?
TV antenna, terrestrial. Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, I was on cable, so I got to buy my time slot. So,
So did I.
well, I mean, okay, but you, I guess the only time slot was early in the morning or late at night.
No, no, it was a good time. It was what happened was there was a church that was buying time for their slot, and
Okay.
they just didn't raise enough money for that 1 month, and I bought it, and I just kept on with it for for 10 years. I mean, well, it
Oh
wasn't that.
wow.
It's like 5 years, but I mean, even still, uh, uh, I was with NBC, and it was also on cable, but it was a terrestrial station. I was with the local NBC affiliate, and it was on air, and we had commercials and everything else, and it made us enough money to where we could go to San Antonio, pay for food and
Well,
hotels and
that's a
stuff.
nice.
But
Mine. Go
it's
ahead.
the way you market yourself. It's also how you do it, because some people just do it for the love without any intention of actually making money, or they have the misconceived notion of how to make money in this industry. I mean, when I started out this radio station like 4 years ago, and it was horrible, man, because all my commercials were like freaking, "Do you have mesothelioma?" You know, and hey, if you call this number, we can fix your erectile dysfunction. And it's
Oh
like,
wow. How
like
do you
those.
get those commercials?
No,
I could use them.
those are crappy commercials. There's Vic Gonzalez. How are you doing, Vic? We were just talking about
Hey.
you're talking about your radio gala from last year. We hopefully you'll have another one this year so we can attend. But no, now I'm at a tier one, so I'm getting Coca Cola and Ford and
That's
national
nice.
radio stations, which is cool. But I don't want to go back to the
Yeah.
hey, do you need help in the bedroom? You really
Yes.
want to make your wife happy. You're like, oh
No, no,
yes.
no, 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 no.
You're like, what
Okay.
the hell? Some of these commercials are atrocious, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, like I said previously, if this eventually, if this just breaks us even, I'll be happy. Even then, it's not really costing me much money now. So, I'm happy to have conversations with people and get to know with
dude, you're
friends and make
welcome
new
to help
friends.
me out with mine because those licenses are. I don't complain. Please don't take it as a complaint. It's expensive. It is, but it's
Yes.
so well worth it because the artists benefit from their music being played on my station.
Yes. Yes.
And before, it was a little cumbersome because before I was part of the group that I'm part of now. I had to report it every month. I had to keep track of every song that I played, how many times I played it, and then report it at the end of the month. And now I'm part of a program called SoundStream that reports it automatically. So
Oh, so it saves you
yeah,
time from doing that.
yeah, I don't have to, and it's immediate. So like if that song plays right now, like on my radio station, whatever's playing right now, immediately gets credit for it.
So you have a blanket license, right? It's not like if Shelly plays it 20 times, you have to give like pennies to Shelly each time it
Well,
plays, or is that,
it's yeah, she gets credit for every time that it plays, regardless of
yeah, but
where
you pay like this one fee for the
I pay.
month.
I pay a one fee a month for each license. It's not,
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
How
because
many
it's like
licenses are there?
five.
5? Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. And then we are also governed by it's a law. It's called CSEC, I think. Is it CSEC? I can't remember, but it's when the law was passed is because some people were starting these internet radio stations, and then they were just playing their music, and that's not that's not allowed. That law prevented that from happening. So like I have rules where I can't play the same song within an hour, or I can't
Oh,
play, yeah, I can't play the same song from it, or this a song, like the album has three songs. I can't play all three of them within 1 hour. I have to play them from you know, in different
okay.
times.
Let me ask you this question because you're more versed on this topic than I am. Now, the people that have the like YouTube radio stations or the uh, Facebook radio stations, they play it, they stream it and stuff like that. they can get in trouble, but
Yes.
all, but none of them do, I guess. Not maybe I don't
It,
know.
it has to be, one of those Lars Ulrich things.
Yeah, but this is what I heard. YouTube now I think, might cover everybody that's playing music because now they have a YouTube music video
Mhm.
thing. So I think everybody's okay with that because I
Okay.
get. Go ahead.
Well, here's the deal. Okay, so Facebook's license have changed from a couple years ago. So
Okay.
first of all, if you're one of the people that are listening to us and you're one of those guys that streams music or puts up a song and says, "I do not own the rights," that does not in
Doesn't
any
really
way,
mean.
shape, form, or fashion, that does not alleviate you from any financial burden or it does not absolve you of anything that that can be copywritten or applied to copyright. Just
Right.
because you put on there that I don't own the rights does not make it okay for you to use other people's music. That is
Right.
not the case in any state, in any country, and I apply to all of them. So trust me. But what they have done is if you have a live performance, they will not they will not copyright strike you. That's Facebook. So
Okay, that's fair.
if you're singing along to some music, normally they don't copyright strike you for that unless you sing so close to the actual song. Then they're like, well, it's the song.
Mhm.
And you got to understand, there's not Pete and Bill are not sitting there with headphones listening to everything that comes across Facebook
Right.
going, oh, that's a live recording of Prince in 1987. They're not doing that. It's an algorithm that figures it out. The
Right. But
algorithm is a sophisticated program.
you were
Go ahead.
saying YouTube has a different type of
Yeah,
license, or the
YouTube has a different set of license. What YouTube does, it still gives you the copyright strike. However, it prevents you from being monetized. Now,
yes.
if you have less than 1,000 viewers, it really doesn't matter because there's nothing that you can put on there that can be monetized. You have to have more than 1,000 subscribers in order to be considered for monetization.
Right.
Now, that does not mean that the other content that you have that belongs to you will be not allowed to be monetized. Only the media that you post that is copyright stricken
Right.
will prevent you from being monetized.
See, this is something that I was trying to tell Nemo because he wants to put music on Tejano Talk, and I said, "Well, no, because I don't want to get. If we do ever get monetized, Tejano Talk will be monetized. It's Tejano Time won't be monetized because even though I have permission, because I got my permissions from back in the 90s from all the record labels that I currently have videos for,
Hmm.
which because it's all promotional videos that I play. I don't play any extra music that's not promotional music that they send out.
Right.
So I can't monetize those because those go to the songwriters and stuff like that. And for me, I don't want to. I'm okay with that. I never put them out so I can make money off the videos. I just put them out there for everybody else who didn't have access to all those videos. And so, since I've been saying this for a while on the show that I'm planning to do new It's the 100 Time shows. I just got to figure out how I want to do it, and I got to. But now I have well, almost a month off, so I could start working on that. But I've got two other projects I'm working on. One with you, but
Of
we'll
course.
announce that later
We'll
and
announce
stuff
that
like that.
later.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
later. And then
real
I've
quick,
got. Go
Carlos
ahead.
Aldalco from the Midwest All Star, Lansing, Michigan, Midwest All Stars. He's checking us out. They have a
Oh,
new
oh,
song that
thank
just
you.
came out. That's pretty cool.
All
Sorry,
right.
isn't Sam say something too?
Oh,
We mentioned.
Sam, let's see
Yeah.
what you got here, Sam. Let's see. We love the music, the heritage, the memories. Tejano music will always be around. True. I
Yes.
totally believe that too.
Music
That.
is eternal, brother.
And
Music is eternal.
it goes up and down.
It's wave.
All music goes up and down
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
wave. Yeah.
It's a wave. You like
Nice.
that?
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna do the whole.
I'll do it backwards too.
Oh, look at you, multi-talented. It's just amazing.
Okay.
Please stop.
Okay. But yes, I should stop.
Yeah, no,
Oh
no.
wow,
And
you know what?
what's
It's
that?
it's it's an hour. I know it's not your bedtime, but usually we keep it to an hour since
Yeah,
Nemo's not here, but
yeah. No, I mean, there's still plenty to talk about. There's still plenty of things that and I'm glad that people are joining in and talking and sharing their thoughts and their views. I really do appreciate that because it's very important for us, for me and you, to get the public's reaction because that helps us to better design our shows around
yes.
what people want to hear, what people want to experience in our shows.
And talk about shows, you have a new YouTube channel also.
Oh yeah,
It's called the Hitmaker, right?
yeah.
And you have your Joanna Ray is the hostess of that one.
That's right. Joanna Ray's an artist who comes out of Midland, Texas.
Okay.
She's got a great song called "Como Te Sientes," and
Oh, she's a singer. I didn't
she's
know
a
that.
singer. She's a
I didn't
singer
realize that.
songwriter. She's a
Oh
singer
wow.
songwriter, just like Cam on my Monday show.
That's right.
Ramirez. She's a singer as well. She sings for Model Records. Joanna's an independent, and she's a wonderful, wonderful person and a great singer. She's a singer songwriter, and I invited her on, and she's been helping me. You know, I think I love the fact that she's there because of the fact she gives a singer's perspective on what other singers are talking about. We call it hit maker because we talk to the people that make the hits, people that we know are artists, and you know much like our area, music is often in the area. What hits in Lubbock will not hit in Dallas. What hits in Dallas will not hit in San Angelo, and so forth. And
Right.
so, they're all in their own little areas. But we suffer a lot of times in this industry, and just people in general. We suffer from egocentrism, where we don't. If it doesn't affect us immediately, if it's not something that we are fully aware of, then it's insignificant. I had a friend of mine who sit there and says, "Well, Tejano's dead. I've not heard any new Tejano songs, in over a year." And I'm like, "Dude, listen to my radio station. I've got like 400 of them, and you can, you know." But it's because of the fact that he doesn't actively listen to Tejano music. That's why he's not
Right.
aware of it. And that's what the egocentrism is. It's just like a kid, who's 4 years old. My dad's the strongest man in the world because he's only seen his dad.
Dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, and that that's not the
But
case.
I do need to listen to your radio so I can put it. I have to put. I have to save it as a but. I guess what is it? I'll
Yeah,
save it like a. What do you call
but
that?
you know
Like
how
an
hard it
app.
is if you yeah, all you have to do if you sit there and say, okay, go to the website, and then you sit there and you can actually both on iPhones and Android, you can just hold down on the touch screen, and it'll ask
Yeah,
you
and
add
bookmark it.
and
Yeah,
bookmark it, and then you can even add it to your home screen or add
I
it to
need
your
to do
app
that.
screen, and there it is. It's that simple.
Yes. I
And
mean, I do
get
like Pancho. I mean, I've had a relationship with him for a while,
mhm.
but I'll swap back and forth to that.
and
Wait, that didn't sound
getting
too good.
Yeah, no. Well, getting back to Sergio, I did ask Sergio from Tejano to the Bone. I did ask Karina to come on the show and just be part of it. Even though we are both internet radio stations with Tejano music, I don't see us as
Mhm.
competition. I see us as helping the movement. We have to help each other,
Yes.
and help the movement and make it and keep it relative. And that's kind of what we were talking about before. I'm going to be in Far Texas this weekend for to talk to some Tejano legends, and
Oh
I'm
wow.
really excited about it because I did the documentary with Ram Herrera. I did one with Johnny Martinez, with Joey Sanchez, and with I'm doing another one or finishing up one with Rick Valderrama. But this coming weekend, I have four, possibly five interviews set up over the weekend.
Wow.
I'm going to be talking to Eddie Perez from Los Fabulosos Cuatro,
Okay.
and to Celio Garzas from Los Casinos, Carlos Guzman Balde Munoz and Oscar Solis from the Los Yonicos. And these are the reason they're important to me to get their story down, to talk about their significance in the music industry. Before, when they were performing, when they were at the peak of their careers, it was not Tejano music, it was Chicano
Chicano
music.
music.
Yeah. When it became Tejano music, it was because of the fact that a lot of the musicians were here from Texas, and it was prominent here in Texas. But honestly, it's Chicano music. That's a big horn sound back in the
Hmm.
day where they had the old buses with no air conditioning and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But the fact
I
that
I like a I like a little bit of that. I'm not when I got introduced to Tejano, it wasn't orchestra at all for me,
yeah.
and so it was that accordion, the squeeze box that got me.
Well,
So
your is Tejano time. It starts off with Albert Zamora.
Zamora,
Yeah, and his
yes,
song, which is great.
I love that intro. That's my favorite accordion riff.
Yeah, well, there's more that I could show you. It's just,
Yes.
but
Oh, I
and
go
actually,
ahead.
Sergio said that too. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting, but Sergio says,
That's
yes,
good.
that's exactly my thought too. When I said that, we are all helping each other. We're not competitors. We're all part of the same. We should all be grabbing our oar and rowing the same boat, as opposed to
Yes.
fighting amongst each other. And it's true. But no, I'm excited about going down there and talking to these legends. And I started this off as something that I saw that it was a need, as far as to record and create this mini series of documentaries to save their stories for posterity, and
Hmm.
how they've influenced. Joey Sanchez talks about 15 people that influenced him how to be a drummer. And this is a guy who has been on over 400 albums, you know.
Wow. Hmm.
And so, there are, I mean, who are you? And then you're like, whoa, wait a minute. I know that song, and he wrote this song, or he produced that song, or, and all of these things are just, they're, we need to save them for posterity. And that's kind of my effort right now, is to go down there, and I'm doing this all on my own dime.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the love that I have for the music. I'm doing it all on my own dime. Now
And
I
that's a
have.
lot of time that you're going to be spending
Yes,
doing that.
it is a lot of time, and I have a schedule because obviously my health issues get in the
Right.
way. It really sucks. You get mad because you're like, I can't get out of bed, you know.
Mhm.
But the good thing is that
How is your health? Is it improving? Is it? Are you feeling good? I forgot to ask you
I have,
just recently. You good?
I have my ups and downs. I have my
Yeah.
ups and downs. I'll be honest with you. I do have my ups and downs. Please don't tell anybody.
I'll try not to.
Yeah.
Nobody listens to this show at
Yeah.
all.
Well, aside from the 21 people that are watching.
Oh, there are 21 people. Wow, that's a lot.
But no, the thing is that it's but that's with everything. And I'm 2 years removed from my transplant.
Mhm.
And my doctors have been very honest with me and straightforward in saying, hey, it's not until you hit year 5 that you really see where you're going to be at, as far as health wise. And like I said this morning, I do have a physical therapist that helps me out as well. And so, you know
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Okay.
So I try my best, brother. I try my best, man.
Well, we want you. You got to take care of yourself. And Gracie needs a. I mean, I'm sure Gracie's doing a great job with you too, but you got to take care of yourself. Remember, it's quality of life also.
I know. And you know what? I was fixing to mention that, because you sit there and said that to me. You were the one that was like, okay. And I even told you, I'm mad at you, bro. I hate
Yes.
that you are right and I am wrong. But here's the deal: my prescription ran out last month and I forgot to renew it.
No, I do it too, but I always have a little extra. So you got to remember to do that.
Yeah, I know. But it was just funny because I was like, oh, it's his fault.
No, 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 no. I used to blame my wife for me getting fatter, but she's not shoveling it
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
She's
It was
keeping
what?
it in the house, and
Yeah, that's true.
every time she wants she goes out to eat or something. You want me to bring you something? Of course. I mean, if
Mhm.
she didn't tell me, out of sight, out of
Out of my
mind, and stuff like that.
Rosalinda Torres, thank you so very much for joining us, sweetheart. It's great to have you on the
Yeah.
show.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
this is Tejano talk with Tejano Time,
Yes.
and we're doing it on my Facebook.
Yeah.
Kind of getting it
Oh,
out
that's,
there.
you know what? I need to be on your show one of these days. I remember
I've
early
asked,
on you said
I've
that
asked you, but you
you
were
were,
like, "No, I
yes,
don't want to. No, I don't want to." So
because I was trying to figure this stuff out and stuff like that. But
you
yes, I
turned me
mean,
down, dude. I'm a
yeah,
jilted lover. You turned me down like seven
okay.
times.
No, 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 no. You didn't ask me that many times like that. But that was when I first was starting to get out. I said,
No, it's
I got to
yeah.
figure this out. But next time you ask me, don't ask me today. All right, for next week or something like that. But in the next few months, you can ask me, and I will say yes.
Well, for
And,
all of you guys that are watching, that normally watch my show, first of all, thank you so very much for watching my show and for
yes.
commenting and for supporting Tejano music. And if there's some artists that you want to get to know about, please, email me. I listen to everything that's been sent to me, by the way. If you know an artist that wants to send me some music, I listen to everything. Now, some music I'm not allowed to put on, not necessarily not allowed, but I can't put it on. I'm restricted from it because if it doesn't have the appropriate information, like the SSSRC code, then my system will automatically kick it out because then
Oh,
you won't get any credit for it anyway. But those are all part of that's the technical side, the technical reason that it won't get on here. But I do listen to everything that's sent to me.
so you can't do what Bumper does on his Frito Pie Fridays. Like he gets.
I've seen bumpers Frito Pie Friday, but I don't know how. I don't know what license he has or anything else, or how he's streaming it. I have no idea. And I wouldn't dare to guess. Um, but
I don't think he has one.
mine's different. Mine's an actual radio station that's
Right, right,
playing
right.
consistently, and it's a completely different thing. But like J.R. Dalco from the Midwest All Stars, I have their music. They just released a song. It's a really good song. They just released a couple of weeks ago, and I just got it. You know, and I normally work with music promoters. Like Rap Promotions, Rosie Allison, and Cielo Entertainment with Myra D. And there's several other ones, Gavino and Segura, but
They have to register their music before it goes on your show.
well, no, the artist does it, but they have the context and they're able to get it to me and get it to me fast and get it to me to where I don't have to fight to get it on the air. I can just grab it, plug and play, and but I do accept, you know, send it to my YouTube, send it to my Facebook, send it, go to my Facebook and you're gonna see my email there and just send it to my email and just put down songs and admin at qvoradio.live and it'll come to me and I'll guarantee you I'll listen to all of it. But go
And if
ahead.
you have music videos, you can send it to me also.
And to me
Co-
too, because I do show.
Copy it to, yes, copy it to Lawrence, and then also copy me.
But also,
Like,
I do want you to do something for me. I do want you to talk to some of these artists that I have that have been
I
on the
would
show.
love to.
Yeah,
I'm
because
just I'm just waiting for me to get better at this because like last week's show or the week before, it was like I'm so glad we didn't have Shelly or Stephanie on it because it would have sucked like
well,
that.
for me, it's because of the fact that I make it easier for the artist. My Hitmaker show, I actually have them come to San Angelo and do the show in front of a live audience. We record it in front of a live audience, and to me, it's. I firmly believe that if the artist gets in front of if an artist comes to my show, regardless of whether it's the live show in front of an audience or the live show on the air on the radio station, I firmly believe that once people get to know them better and there's not so much the separation between an artist and a fan, that they'll be more apt to request their music and
Yes,
real fans, and so
they
they
have
can
that
see
relationship.
they have parallels in their life. But like, okay, earlier today I was talking to Patsy Torres, and before I came on the show, and Patsy's got this new song out where it's a melody of her hit songs from when she first started. She's singing them in the same key. She re-sang the songs. It's not a mix of the old versions. No, they replayed it, resang it, and even added on horns because back then she didn't have horns. They made it more stylistic, and she sings in the same key that she sang when she first released these albums, which is very
Yeah.
impressive. And Virginia Valor, she's got a new album. I mean, a new song. It's called Inocentes. It's a great cause. It's for children that it's like a rescue program for children that are in abused homes. Um, and it's a wonderful song. I'll send you some more information on that. And for those people that are looking out for it, just look out. Chente Barrera was also a singer on the song. Is Chente Barrera, Virginia Valor,
Okay.
and the song is called Inocentes. And Shelly Lares has got another one. I'm a child. Her song
Yes.
I'm a child is a oh my gosh. I got an early listen to the song and some early I got early access to some of the video that she's been putting out that she's gonna do for this song. Wonderful song. It's the
I
it's
think, does
so
she have
it's
a video on that already? I
she
think
well
I.
she, they're editing it right now. They're kind of putting the final touches and stuff on it.
Yeah. I
Or
think I
I don't.
mentioned that song last week on the
Yeah,
show, but I can't remember where I got that. Might have been from Tejano Nation,
Tejano
your
Nation.
number one source of Tejano news.
outside
I
of
don't.
outside of
I don't
Cuba
know.
Radio and Hitmakers because I get all the information. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
you're right.
Taking away my
I was I was
audience.
faking my radio voice like that. Your
Yeah,
number one show. I don't
right.
know. That's not true. That's where I get my most of my information because it's easy to. I got
Yeah,
that bookmark. Now,
yeah.
you
And
know. So do you have? I've seen your website for a little bit. Do you have like news already listed up there?
I have been lax on my radio station as
Okay.
far as news is concerned, and I was a little disheartened by some of the things that I had put on there that didn't come to fruition because of certain things. And so, I was like, okay, there's got to be a better way for me to be able to put in this information as soon as I get it, and just keep it updated and stuff like that. But I am good friends with a couple of the writers with Tejano Nation, so
Ah.
I just give them the information, let them write, because I'm privy to some of the news stories before they get released, and so I'll just call and say,
Right.
hey, do you know about this? And if not, then I'll set it up so that way they can talk, because once again, it's the proliferation of Tejano music to get the word out there and for people to know more and be. You know what? I just got this one from. Rick Balderrama. He's got a new CD that he sent me out. He's got his new one is called Solo T, but this is a new thing that artists are doing, which I think is really really valuable because it's a CD, but it's not just a CD. You also get
Oh,
a
flash drive.
USB. Yeah, you get the music on a flash drive, but the tangibility of having a CD and also music to put on the deal is so awesome. But
I
what I
never knew they did that.
Yeah,
That's
what I was
cool.
telling him, one of the things that also could make it better was that if you had more information to share, because did you know? And I don't, I mentioned this the other day with one of my artists that I was talking to, was that CD sales, the one place where CD sales are exceed streaming sales is in South Korea.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and you
Why
would
do you
think.
think that is?
Well, you would think it would be K-pop, right? But the K-pop, when they put out the CD, they put it out in a book, and so there's like stickers and there's like a little
Oh,
biography and stuff like. So it has more tangibility than just something you pop in there, because they've gotten to the point here in the United States where it's just a cover, or they
right.
just add something on there to get it out there as cheap as possible. But when you have something that you can read, a poster that you can put out, or stickers that you can put on something, then it has more value than just the song. But it also gives you the song as well.
Yeah. I remember back in the day when we used to buy records that they would have an insert and you'd have a big poster you could put
Yeah,
on
big
there.
poster. Yeah, that
That,
I
that's a that's a good idea.
that's how I got my Aerosmith poster, was from the LP, and it was and I gotten one of the special edition orange vinyl
Ooh.
albums. Yeah, when I pulled it out, I was like, this is orange vinyl. And for those of you that don't know what a record is, I'm sorry.
It's this flat,
It
round thing.
is, it's that's what I listen to, And when I started DJing on vinyl.
Waka, waka,
Yeah, the
waka.
whole waka waka waka. I would spin around and do all this. mixed with my elbows, and all this other stuff. And then I went from there to I actually DJ'd with cassette tapes,
Oh
which
wow.
sucked. Yeah, because it was all the rage, but it was so much easier because you could put all these songs onto this one cassette. But what you would have to do is my timer was broken on my cassette player. It
Uh
has
huh.
a little timer that goes, and it was not even accurate by any stretch of the imagination. So I would hear it, and I could literally make it out with when it would go, and then I'd stop to, stick my finger in there and roll the tape back just a little bit so that way,
Just enough.
and then I would hit and play pause, and then I'd go and I could mix with cassettes, and then I started doing it with CDs as well because we had CDJ came out with these CDs where it was a turntable disc, but you could put in your CD and then you could scratch the disc like you would scratch a CD, which was way awesome because you didn't need needles, and so. Did that, and then now when I DJ, I actually mix music videos. So I have the music video, and I'll remix the music video.
Oh
And
wow. I
yeah,
know. I've only done that. Well, I I did a Selena special one time, and uh, I put I dubbed a Selena song over a Pete Acevedo video as a, but it's I guess it's not a mix because I didn't mix the two. It's just dubbed it over because she didn't have a video for that song, so I that's how I
you know
did
what?
it.
Hold on, I want to share something with you. This I did this, and my wife shunned me for this. However, it is a remix, and oh man, she was so. She's like, this is borderline sacrilegious.
Uh oh.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. Bear with me just a second. But it's a song. It's a remix of a very classic song, and so I didn't get the best reception from my significant. So, but I've been doing this for so long that it's easy for me. That's kind of one of the reasons that I wanted to do Tejano music was because of the fact that Tejano music is different. It's varied, and I'm not
Hmm.
demeaning anybody's music or anything else. Just for me, Tejano music has a great variety of things. It's influenced by country and by rap and from all these different
Lots
things,
of flavors.
lots of flavors, and so that's what really makes it really awesome to me.
Same
But
here.
but you know, with like I can mix norteño all day long, and doesn't take anything for me because of the fact that it's so easy for me because it's formulaic in my head. You know, it's got the same type of accordion, the waning. I call it the waning a saxophone you're like, oh my god, stop it. And banda, I don't even want to make a comment of banda. I could get banned from from your station for what I have to say about it. you know but
That's not.
yeah, that's but it was very formulaic. It was really easy for me, so I didn't try. I mean, that's not something. And what I mean by I didn't try is that I couldn't I would not play norteño or banda or anything else because I don't know it well enough to give it its due respect, if that
Okay.
makes sense. I mean, I
Yeah.
know it and I can mix it like nobody's business because it's easy, but I cannot. I cannot. In all honesty, I cannot. I just can't do it and do it justice. I just can't.
Well, that's a skill I don't have at all.
Really,
I keep hearing a feedback. Is that me? Maybe I don't know.
I don't hear it.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I was just thinking maybe it's because I'm close to my webcam.
Maybe.
I don't know. Well, I'm glad you can't hear it, but if I'm leaning back, I can't hear it.
Yeah.
Sorry, just technical issues
Just
back
go
there.
ahead and just go ahead and be random with my no. But yeah, you know, what can you give it justice with? You know, what can you be honest with? And that's why it's Tejano for me, because I love Tejano music and I've been in the Tejano music industry for such a long time. You know, back in the day, it was La Onda Network is who I was with, and you know, Albert. You know, there were so many people that were so. I got to see a lot of different stuff that the you know the you know meet a lot of different artists. You know,
Hmm.
there's very few Tejano artists that I've not ever met and interviewed or talked to or, you know, had a relationship. You know, I have a good relationship with Shelly Lattis. I've known her for a long time. And, you know, I was president of her fan club, you
Oh
know.
wow.
Yeah. Stephanie Lynn, Stephanie Montiel. I mean, I know your relationship with Stephanie Montiel, you know, but the same with me, you know,
Don't get me jealous.
no, no, no. I mean, but I know her dad, Mr. Sullivan, you know. I
I
mean,
knew him too.
yeah. And, you know, just a
Actually,
lot
went
of,
to. I was also invited to their apartment for you.
I,
Don't put me on the test here. I'm just. I think Nemo tried to do that. I said, "Well, did you know this? And did you know this?" And just like that.
yeah, well, I got
I
stories,
held her
but
baby.
that's good. I could tell
Okay,
you
I'm just.
this. I could tell you this. I went to, I was invited to be at an artist's home to stay the night, and we
Oh
were
wow.
drinking and we stayed the night, and, but I'll just leave it at that. It
Okay.
was very interesting because it was very interesting. David, my brother, he's here. Thank you so very much for joining us, Dave. David
Yeah. Thank you for
is.
joining us.
I only have one brother, and he is the reason that I am here. He was kind enough to
Oh,
take
yeah,
of
that's
himself
right.
to give me the liver, and so I am here because of my brother. He's my real hero, my one and only. And so, and he's also a Bronze Star. He has a Bronze Star from you know Army Rangers. You know, so
Wow.
he's he's
Thank you
you know
for your service.
yeah. Thank you for your service, Dave, and me too, because I'm also
Yeah.
I'm a veteran.
I
I
think
went
I've
to
said
the
that to you before.
yeah, but I'm always like, you know, not me. David is the hero. I'm just some dude from Vancourt, Texas, man. You know, I'm just not.
Well, you're a hero of my heart, right
Oh,
there.
thank you. Look at you. You're just, you're gonna get
I
an
know.
extra. You're gonna get an extra Christmas gift for that one,
Well,
bro.
thank you. Well, it's time for my daughter's. I have to put her
Yeah,
to
it sure
bed
is.
and sing her a
Yeah.
lullaby and stuff like that. But I want to thank you again for being on the show as my guest host.
No, no.
And
Thank you for
also,
inviting
I'd
me.
like to thank everybody that was on Facebook that chatted on your side. I didn't get to see them,
Well,
but
here, let me run down real quick. Rick
okay.
Valderrama, Gracie, of course, Marina, Miguel. You know, please consider Rick, Miguel and Esteban Cerda with Angelique, Sergio Barbosa. Also, Sergio is from Tejano to the Bone.
Okay.
Carlos from the Midwest All Stars, which is great. Patricia Archuleta Fincher Mancini, the great name. I love it. And Melissa and all the other ones that I can't see because I've scrolled past them. But they were awesome. And also, what we had Sam and Bumper, and who else do
Yeah,
we have
and
on the show?
Bobby,
And Bobby.
I
Yeah,
think
Bobby, the main man. Yeah.
yes. And
So,
I appreciate everybody, and I guess we'll close out the show. And now you're gonna have to remember how to close how Nemo does his, but with your
oh,
so, and I'll
yeah.
say okay. Well, but I'm Oraldo for It's Tejano Time,
And I'm DJ Indio with QVORadio.com, Hitmaker Show, and QVO TV.
and you've been watching Tejano Talk.
Yeah, you've been watching Tejano Talk.
Yes,
Sorry.
and thank you, Lawrence, and broadcast.
In broadcast.